Hello, my name is Shriz, welcome to the channel, and if you've seen my videos before, welcome back. It's been a while, I know. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the anime Re:Zero, and you probably read the title, and it might have confused you. Echidna wants to protect Emilia? I mean, I gotta admit, it's an interesting concept considering Echidna literally hates Emilia, and even went as far as to tell her that whenever they were in the trials, in the sanctuary. And the thing is, I actually do believe that. I do believe Echidna really does hate Emilia, but I also think Echidna's protecting Emilia. And even though those two things do conflict, I will say, that doesn't necessarily mean they can't both be true. Shriz, where did you get that crazy idea? But I'm going to start off with a fair warning here. This video does have quite a bit of speculation, and one could say it's a theory. Before anybody tries to debunk me, this isn't the law of the land, okay? I'm just a guy, it's a theory. I want to make a fun video, okay? However, if you do want to debunk me, feel free. I'll take the views any day of the week. And of course, like always, this is a community, so if you have your own theories, let me know down below. And if you agree or disagree with any part of mine, always let me know as well. I love reading that stuff. It really does make for a good time. I'll be really looking forward to those comments that say, bruh, you wildin'. It really does bring a smile to my face. But regardless, let's hop into it. Let's start with how Echidna is protecting Emilia. And honestly, the answer is really simple. Got one word, or I guess you could say one name for you. Puck. Puck is an artificial spirit just like Beatrice. And of course, being artificial means they were created, and who was their creator? Echidna. And of course, this also explains why Puck and Beatrice have such a tight-knit bond, right? I mean, apart from Puck breaking his contract with Emilia to help out Subaru, Beatrice was the only person that Puck would leave Emilia's side for, to chill with for a little bit. And I think some of you guys can already see where I'm going with this. In a simple equation, you could say, Puck created by Echidna, and then Puck protects Emilia. And so whether it's directly or indirectly, Echidna in some form is protecting Emilia. And now really you could just say that proves my point, case closed, Echidna protects Emilia, the end. But that leaves a pretty big question on the table. Why? And I'd say the why is a lot more interesting to think about than the how. Well, to start with, there's a very overly simple answer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that would be wrong, and we'll start with that. That's what the Tome of Wisdom told her to do. The book that can predict the future. This isn't out of the ordinary in the story. I mean, not even close to out of the ordinary. Several characters have had different books telling them what they need to do to fulfill a certain future. And even though in some cases those books were created by Echidna, so you think, well, how could one of her own books? It's magic, okay? So her own Tome of Knowledge could also guide her in a future in which she gains more knowledge or something along those lines. And once again, that's where you could end it if you really wanted to. You could say, oh, a book told her to do that. And like I said, I mean, it's not uncommon in the story. But I will say it does feel like a cop-out answer, and I'm definitely not leaving it there personally, okay? So obviously I can't resist diving a little bit deeper into why that might be the case. Why would the book want her to protect Emilia? Even something so simple could have more reason behind it than you might think. Maybe Emilia's a piece to something that Echidna's missing. She could possibly be the key to unlocking the one thing that Echidna doesn't understand, even with all the wisdom that she holds. A few things, actually. Emotions, reliance, and although this may be unattainable for her, how to not be greedy. Which, I mean, that'd be kind of a high bar to reach for the Witch of Greed. I gotta say, that would be kind of hard to do. And obviously, what do I mean by this? From the information that we have about Echidna as of right now, there's two very distinct things that we know. One, she lacks the ability to understand other people's emotions and have empathy. She doesn't really have that ability to fit into other people's shoes and see it from their perspective. Everything's kind of just a cause and a reaction. Obviously, she knows if, let's say, she killed Emilia, Subaru will be mad. But that doesn't necessarily mean she could fully understand why he would be mad about that type of thing. Looking at it more of like an equation than less of a, I guess you could say, a nuance. In a way, you could say she knows that 2 + 2 = 4, but that doesn't necessarily mean she understands math. If you catch my drift, I'm just trying to get you to understand where I'm coming from with this. So moving on to the other thing that we know. Echidna had all the knowledge in the world somebody could ask for. I mean, people used to pay for meetings with her just to get some slight bit of her knowledge. But she also used to try to fix the world. But just because you know everything that's wrong with it doesn't necessarily mean you could fix it, and it was a futile battle, her trying to do it alone. Which, of course, somewhere down the line, that kind of did change a bit, right? It became solely about the knowledge. And whether that be from some type of traumatic event or the fact that once she realized that she couldn't fix things, she just stopped trying to fix stuff, period, if that makes sense. But either way, I digress. At one point in time, she used to try to fix everything in the world. But Emilia is the exact opposite in so many different ways. And this would explain why she needs Emilia, but hates her. Echidna is very cold and calculated, only helping people whenever she can gain something from it, or add to her tremendous knowledge that she already has. I mean, she is the Witch of Greed. While Emilia, in every sense, is the most clueless person in the show. And not only is she the most clueless person, she helps people with no desire for anything in return. So in other words, to wrap this up in a nice and neat way, Emilia is just the embodiment of the few things of the world that Echidna doesn't understand. And in a way, it could make her jealous or even angry. And these things she may not necessarily want to understand either. And whether it be through Echidna's own will or just an extension of her will and her authority of greed wanting to know everything in the universe, maybe Emilia's that key that she needs, whether she likes it or not. And the reason that she sent Puck to protect her. And this would be one of the few ways that hating her, but also protecting her really makes sense. Anyways, that about wraps up the video. I hope that makes sense. And like I said before, put down below what you think. If you have your own thoughts on this, your own theory, do you agree with some of it? Do you disagree with some? Do you think I'm grasping at straws? I don't really. I mean, it's fine. Just let me know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Shriz. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in another video. There will be 2 up on the screen right now. Click one and you might just enjoy.